रेवरेंड स्वामी जी, मैं कोई पादरी नहीं हूं जी। आई एम नॉट ए पादरी, ए प्रीस्ट। पादरी होते ना रेवरेंड। रेवरेंड स्वामी जी does not matter. I am just saying. You can call me anything. Modern man finds reasoning as his asset. Modern man finds reasoning his asset. ये मॉडर्न मैन कहाँ पर है? मेरे को तो आज तक मिला नहीं। Oh, sorry, I have to speak in English. I never met this modern man. Finds reasoning his asset. If you think you are modern, then you forget. हो जाए. Okay, I read the question first. But experience shows it can be liability. I would like to know how to trade off among rationality, non-rationality, and irrationality. मैंने नहीं कहा हो जाए. You lost the bet. Okay, हो जाए. You win. Modern man finds reasoning as his asset. Don't assume, my dear. It is an assumption. It cannot be proved. That is how we feel that this is truth. But experience shows it can be liability. I don't know this kind of finance language. I am simple man, ground to earth. Speak with me, very simple thing. His asset and liability and trade off. But experience shows it can be a liability. I could not understand the question. Yesterday, 3, 4 people were sitting and I asked them what it means, this question. Because I read this question. First, I was not able to read. Then I told Tanamaya to type it, so she has typed for me. So when she brought, I was eating my food and I was just asked people. They tried to explain me what it means, but still I don't understand. Modern man finds reasoning is as his asset. If he finds that it is his assessed reasoning, then he is a fool. First thing. Reasoning cannot be a asset. How reasoning can be asset? Reasoning is okay when while you are doing mathematics. So you follow reasoning. But when you are living life, what is the need of reasoning? When a bird is singing, what is the reason? When ocean is अंग्रेजी नहीं आती क्या करूं The wind is blowing, what is the reasoning? And what is the need of reason? When you love your wife or your girlfriend, do you need any reasoning for that? Life needs no reasoning. Reason has its own place, that is fine. If you have to construct a house, there you can use the reason. If I put marble, what will happen? Or stone, what will happen? What I need, what I don't need. You can reason. But if you live through reasoning all the time, then it is not a valid thing. I would like to know how to trade off among rationality, non rationality, and irrationality. Very simple. Rationality is rationality, non rationality, non rationality, and irrationality, irrationality. Simple. I am a simple man, you know. I take things very simply. Meditation needs no rationality. Spirituality needs no rationality. It is an irrational journey. Or you can say it is both rational and irrational if you feel. But why to go in all this intellectual framework? Try to understand one thing. There was a Sufi saint, his name was Bulle Shah. He says, "Ik alaf padho छुटकाराए, ik अलफ पढ़ो छुटकारा ए।" 5 शब्द हैं छोटे छोटे। इसका मतलब यह है कि उसको पढ़ लो जो सबसे पहले क्या है। ओह सॉरी, आई हैव टू स्पीक इन इंग्लिश। See, this is Hindi time, that is why Hindi is coming again and again. Just read that which is prior to all. And what is prior to all? If you read that, then Chutkara means you are free. You have the moksha, the mukti, the freedom. You are free. Just read that which is just in the beginning. What is in the beginning? What is prior? What is first? If you don't read that, then you live a confused life. The whole life will be confused. You don't know the beginning, you don't know the end. And in between, it is going to be mess. He says, read that. Try to understand in this way. You are, but you don't know who you are. Though you label yourself as a man or as a woman, as a Hindu or Muslim. Okay? In many ways, you label yourself. But what is your true identity? You don't know. And every Sadguru will tell you, your know, what is that? Know thyself. स्वयं को जानो, स्वयं को समझो. Know thyself. And the meditation is the way to know that. So when you meditate, still you see your problems are not solved because you think when you meditate, your problems will be solved. No, that is not the point. The point is totally different. First, you try to understand what apparently you are, not essentially you are. That is far away. Even apparently, you don't know what you are and how you are functioning, how this body is functioning, and how this mind is functioning. Do you know that? How this whole mechanism functions? No, you don't know. Because you don't know, that is why there is no harmony in you. All the time you are disharmonious, creating fuss, struggle, conflict, each in each relationship, each moment you are doing that. Why? Because you don't know. You say I, but you don't know anything about this I. Now let us begin from here. Gurdjieff, one of the modern saint, maybe he died somewhere in 50 or 49, somewhere. He was born in Russia. He was called a rascal saint. He was not a saint like Kabir or Tulsidas or the lot we have. He was different. When two people go to see him, one is sitting here, one is sitting here, he will make half face to this one and different face to the half to this one. When they go out, they talk with each other. One will say he is very saintly. The other will say he is a rascal. That is why he became famous as a rascal saint. He was very skillful, very skillful. He is giving one analogy. It is his concept, which is very perfect. I like that. I would like to share with you. He says this whole mechanism is functioning through centers. The one center is intellect center. The other center is emotional center. The other center is instinctive center. And there is one more center which is sex center. Now, each center has its own job. But because there is no harmony between all the center, that is why this whole human machine functions as malfunction. Is okay what I say? Okay? The functioning is mal. Wrong? Please correct me. That is how I learn English. It is not properly functioning because there is no harmony between all the centers. Now, what is the work of the intellect center? To think. That is the function. It cannot feel. Head cannot feel. Now you have a heart center or the emotional center. It cannot think. It can feel. That is how it functions. There is an instinctive center which is very natural. When there is a little cold, one feels that little it is little cold. It is through the instinctive center. Or there is a heart. Or I am thirsty. Or there is a hunger. Or the mosquito is biting. All these functions are under the instinctive center. These five centers are functioning all the time, but they have no connection with each other. Sometimes your head says something, your heart says other thing. Now you become confused. to whom to listen. Logic says something, feeling says other thing. Feeling says let us go for 40 days camp. And head will bring all the rationality, all the reason, how much money is involved, it is too far, this is this. So many reason it will give. That is the function of the head. Now, head is not listening to the heart is not listening to the head. If they listen to each other, immediately the decision is there. But decision does not happen. And how your decision happens, you know. Suppose your suppose your heart center is powerful. Then the energy goes to it. There is one more center. It's called moving center. Hmm? All the act happens through the moving center. So they take the energy from the moving center and then the action happens. Suppose your head center is powerful, then energy goes to it. Then it will decide, okay, I am not going. Head never says yes. Oh yeah. Heart never says no. If you ask your intellect, rational mind, it is always negative. Heart is always positive. And you become confused. Live in a conflict. Why to do? Because two centers are fighting with each other. Now, all the journey of meditation is to harmonize all these centers. They should hum together, work together. Like suppose 10 musicians are sitting together. If everybody is playing its own thing, then what kind of music it will be, you can understand. That is how you are. You are not musical. You are a very noisy person. Am I right or not? You tell me. Heart is playing some different raga, mind is playing some different raga, moving center is playing some different raga. You are not one person, you are many person. When you try to understand this whole machine, human machine, psychosomatic apparatus, this is a psychosomatic apparatus. You read everything, you pass every exam, but you never know what you are, who you are, how you are functioning. What is intellect, what is emotion, what is moving center, what is sex center, how they function, how they trigger, where they go, what they do, how to control them, how to bring them in order. You don't know anything. This is also a journey, a very, very valuable journey because you live with this body. So you must understand, not as a doctor, how many bones are there. There is no need. But at least you can understand the functioning of all the center. When you start studying them, understanding them slowly, slowly, you will start having a control on them. Then they will properly work. Take them as a government. This whole body is like India. Okay? So, this whole body. And each country has its government. Okay? So, this body also has a government. And it has five different ministries. Okay, like finance ministry, defense ministry, okay, and education ministry. There are many ministries. In this body also there are five ministries. One is intellect, one is emotion, the other is moving, the other is instinct, and the last is sex center. Now they all the department should decide together. Heart decides something, but it never goes to the prime minister or in the finance ministry. If you decide something that this should be done and you need money for that, so it should go to finance ministry, but it never goes there. It remains there. Head does not know what heart wants. Heart does not know what head says. And the moving center also get confused because he has to follow the order. So rational work is done by the intellect, by the head. So that is fine. But heart is totally irrational. Now Tara is here, as I have heard about her. Where is Tara? Is Tara here? She's not here. That she heard about this camp and she wanted to attend this camp for 40 days. There was problem. I don't know what. But when she arrived here, she was confused why she is coming, whether she has taken the right decision or not. Now, heart is saying, go to India. And ultimately, the heart went and she came. Intellect was giving all the reason, but it did not guard the energy from the moving center. Moving center gave energy to the heart. That is why she came here. After, see, you see a beautiful woman walking, you see, then your heart says, oh, what a beautiful woman. Can she be my friend? But your head says, don't ask. She may get angry. Don't go near to her. Isn't it? Heart wants to go near, wants to relate, want to say something, want to propose, but head will say no. She may beat you. She may insult you. No, this is happening each time. Your center are not functioning properly. When they function properly, then you are a different man. Non-rationality and irrationality. I don't know much. Hasmukh Lalji, please. In your book, you have written that we should learn to be in our own company. Is this not dangerous for those who are in severe depression? Whose question is this? Whose question is this? Please write your name. No one to, nobody want to take credit. ये किसका प्रश्न है? नहीं, सरप्राइज हो जाए. In your book, you have written that we should learn to be in our own company. Is this not dangerous for those who are in severe depression? Why they are in severe depression on the first place? Because they are not in their own company. Oh yeah. If you are depressed, it simply means you are disconnected with yourself. If you are connected with yourself, you are already with God. You are in the company of God. You have everything. You are depressed because you are disconnected from your own self. But when one is in severe depression, what you can do? What you can do with him? That is why I say in my book, in your book, you have written that we should learn to be in our own company. See, very simply, I am happy with myself. If nobody comes, I am not unhappy. I don't miss anybody. I'm not depressed. Not at all. If somebody comes, if some friend comes, I enjoy his company. He enjoys my company, but I am not dependent on anybody. I have no wife, no children, only my TV. When there is nothing to do, I watch TV. But I don't miss anybody and I don't get depressed that nobody comes to me. No, not at all. On the contrary, it is better that you don't come. I'm totally happy because when you come, you bring your problem, which is totally bullshit. Fake problem. Even your problems are fake. You say this, you are very serious and very serious. And I laugh at your problem. You try to make me serious, but I don't become. You show me that you are going to die next moment. I will be happy. You will be also happy. You are free. I am free. But you cannot live with the other without the other. That is why you get married. Actually, why you get married? By the way, now I am coming in mood. Really. Why you can't live without the other? Why you need the other? Why you are not sufficient? What you are lacking? What others give you? लाउड स्पीकर की कसम खा के कहो. Have you got anything? Ina, you were married. The marriage broke. Do you got anything? Only two children. Oh, yeah. That is what marriage gives. A responsibility, a liability to a woman. That too, to a woman. He runs away. The guy runs away. Takes no responsibility. If you are wise, I'm not saying don't get married. I'm not saying that. It is your baby. If you really like to be together, there is no need. You just be together. That's all. What is the need of marriage? Okay, if you want to get married, no problem. But if it functions, if it works, then it has some meaning. Otherwise, what is the meaning? But you get married so that you should not feel alone or lonely. Better to say lonely. Then You bring the wife, then you torture the wife, wife tortures you. That is how the life is finished. सुबह होती है, शाम होती है, जीवन इस तरह तमाम होती है. जिंदगी इस तरह तमाम होती है. Because if you don't fight, you don't nag the other, you feel empty. એમ કેમ કર્યું છે तो ऐसा क्यों कर रही है ऐसा क्यों नहीं करती हर वक्त यही चल रहा है if the man is happy why will come why you are happy if he is sad he will say am I dead why you are so sad because we don't tolerate ourselves we cannot bear ourselves that is why we run to the other to find someone. But if you cannot be in your own company, how you can expect that the other should be in your company? That is simple. Now this is a rational thinking. हो जाए this you live irrationally. This is rational. After 10 days, you people will run away. In the last 40-day camp, we did 21 days silence. And many were shocked when they heard that they have to be in silence. They were just shocked. Only by listening that they have not to speak with the other for 21 days. Just this much. And they were shocked. They were trembling like anything. At the end, they did it and they enjoyed. They understood the meaning of it, the beauty of it, what it brings to you. For the first time, somehow you have the glimpse to be in your own company. And what it, the joy it gives, the strength it gives, the clarity it gives, many people understood. You will read in the book beautiful letters by those who were just afraid by the idea. You are afraid, not that there is some भूत प्रेत. भूत प्रेत को क्या कहते हैं Ghost. Not that there is a ghost. No, you are the ghost. And you are afraid of your own self. You cannot tolerate yourself. You cannot be with yourself for a few days. Just try. For 7 days, you try. How it feels. You'll go find someone and start talking and this and that. It is escaping from oneself. That is why you suffer the whole life. One should learn how to be with oneself. Just with oneself. When you are with yourself, you are not alone. You and God are there. They are two. You are totally protected, secure, happy, joyous, feeling a well-being. So one has to learn. Otherwise, as you grow old, the more depression will catch hold of you. Because old people become sunky. They get satiyawed. Before you become old, you must learn how to be in your company so that if nobody comes, you are happy. If nobody takes care of you, you are happy. If your child has gone, if your daughter has run away from with someone, No problem. You can maintain yourself, you can manage yourself. No, you are afraid. How I will live in my old age. That is why you get married. Now see, I am 62, but I don't need anybody. Suppose something wrong happens, and it happens. At this age, my teeth already started falling. My eyes are already operated, but there is no problem because I know I am not the body. Being in your company, you will understand that you are not the body. When you are not the body, the pain, the suffering body goes through is not yours. Then you will not say that I am suffering. Then you will see that body is suffering and it is away from me. Things change when you are in your own company. Why people go to jungle or to Himalaya? They take sannyas, they become sadhu, and they go to Himalaya, they leave the family aside, the wife, the children. Why they go? To be in their own company, that's all. Because when they are in their own company, they are with God. It is difficult to find God or to be in your own company when you are in your own family. One wife is enough, one husband is enough, will not let you rest. Depression and severe depression is there because of your wrong beliefs. You learn while you have energy, while you are young.